Hello and welcome back to Ask an Angel. Today we have two questions that are in the same realm from two different people. So the questions for the angels today are, how do we open up our abilities to hear spirit guides, and what practices are best to implement daily to keep communication open? So these are great questions, and I'm going to now connect in with the angels and channel their response. Greetings, dear ones. We are very pleased to be here with you today and to answer these questions regarding your ascension. It is a very important topic indeed, and it is our greatest joy to share with you how to best connect with us. In order to connect, there are many different pathways that one can take. But the things that are most important for you to remember is that your frequency is of the utmost importance. You are in a 3D realm, and your frequencies are much denser than we in the consciousness of love. And so we bring our frequency down to meet yours, and you must also meet us halfway by bringing your frequency up to meet us. And so the practices that you choose, while there are many that are very beneficial, what we wish for you to keep in mind most is that of energy resonance. And so being in a state of love and gratitude and appreciation and joy automatically raises your vibration. When you are spending time in nature, when you are consuming foods that are more in alignment with the natural realm, when you are consuming media and topics and books and videos that are of a higher vibration, you are elevating your set point vibration. And so then it becomes easier for you to connect and reach us. And so that is one very important thing for you to be mindful of and to work on recognizing what frequency am I just naturally existing in. We wish for you to really embody a state of gratitude in your daily life and spending time appreciating yourself, your body, all of the small and big things in your life, the people in your life, the small and big experiences that you have, and just using this as a walking meditation to look around you, look within you, and to see what you can appreciate, once again, helps lift your vibration to us. And so that it's easier for us to access. When you are in the states of anxiety and fear and sadness, while we most certainly want to reach you in those states, it is difficult for you to discern our messages and our loving frequency because we are not in resonance with one another. And so we understand that there are times you cannot help being in a state of fear or sadness, and that is just how it is in those moments. But working on consciously elevating your vibration, being in a state of gratitude, following your joy, and spreading love within yourself and to others. All of those things are going to help you become an energetic match for your guides. Now, on another level, here are some things that are very important for you to do and to help you with being able to connect with us more fully. You live in a very busy world where there are constantly things grabbing your attention, high-speed videos, people, internet, social media, all of these things pull your attention into the outer world. And while we know you have to live in the outer world sometimes, your inner world is very important. And so, what we need you to do is to first get used to and intentionally take time to learn how to get quiet within. It is very difficult for you to discern our messages if there is always something pulling your attention or if your mind is always racing. And we know that this can be something that is difficult. And so that is why we are speaking of it as a practice, a daily practice of tuning inside, taking some deep breaths, and allowing yourself to be okay with some quietness. Now, for some of you, sitting still in quietness is not something that you are capable of doing at this exact moment. And to that, we say that is okay. And so the practice that we would give to you is to focus your mind inward and focus on a specific touch point. So focusing on your sensations, focusing on your breath, not just hoping to sit in the quiet and stillness where nothing happens in your mind, but giving your mind a job where it has a single point of focus. And if going inward is not safe or comfortable for you yet, see this as a goal to get to and do it in the outer world. Do it by focusing on the flame of a candle, focusing on going for a walk, focusing on a activity that you are doing, but that is the only thing that you are doing, where your mind is not being pulled in 9 different directions. And so creating quiet, creating stillness within your being allows you to discern our messages, because unfortunately for you, our messages often come through in quiet and subtle ways. Our messages are not the loudest voice in your mind. That is your ego. Those are your protective parts. That is your personality. And while we are not dismissing those voices, they are not always aligned with divine truth, but we are. And unfortunately, we have to work through the layers of your energetic systems. We have to work through the layers of your mind, and we have to get into your body for you to really know our presence. And so, as we were saying before about tuning inward, paying attention to your sensations is very important indeed, because we often speak through the language of sensations. Your gut feelings are often intuitive nudges from the divine, from your higher self, from your guides, trying to communicate with you. When you feel resistance towards something, that is often spiritual guidance telling you this is not for me. And while this is true, and we have spoken on this before in other messages, sometimes it takes time to discern what is fear from my parts and my ego versus what is resistance of my guides trying to redirect me. And so being comfortable going within and asking those questions, where is this coming from? Is this my ego or is this my guides? Is a very important question indeed. And in fact, you could assign a signal to you that will tell you where to discern that, if it's coming from your mind or coming from your soul. And so, for example, Brittany's signals when she is trying to discern where the information is coming from is her ego will present itself as the image of a frog, and her higher self will present itself as the image of an owl. And she just simply needs to say, who is speaking right now? Who is giving me this information? And an image will pop into her mind. Now we know that not all of you can visualize in that manner, and that is okay. And so maybe what you do is assign a sensation to a different body part, because typically what we will say, although this may not be 100% truth for all people, but in our experience, most people, this is truth for. Anxiety from the mind is experienced in the chest, and in resistance from spirit, you experience in your gut. And so you can say to your system, which includes your guides and includes your personality and your ego and your parts, that when truth is coming to you from your guides, you will feel it in that region in your gut. And when fear is coming to you, you will feel it in your chest. If you cannot get clarity by just asking the question, who's communicating with me and what's behind this, maybe having some subtle signals will help you in that realm. There, as we said, there are many different practices that are beneficial for you. And also, because you are all different people with different strengths and abilities and different ways of connecting and tuning in, you may receive your information different from another person. And so it is important for you to recognize, how do you receive spiritual guidance? Do you visualize it? Do you hear it in your mind? Does it feel like it just an inner knowing? Something pops into your knowing and you just can feel into your body that this is truth? Do you dream it? Do you pay attention to signs and synchronicities that are out in the world and then have this resonance within your body that tells you that was meant for me? That is a sign from the universe. You may have one or all of these. And so become a detective in your life and pay attention to when you are receiving intuitive nudges or when you have in the past. How did you know? What was the signal? What was the sign? How did this information come through to you? And then continue to work on tuning in, paying attention, being mindful, keeping your mind clear of clutter so that you can tune in to the guidance in the way that it comes through for you. There are other avenues. There are other things that are important. Another thing that we think is very important is working on clearing your energy and clearing your channel. And so there is a chakra column that goes from the crown of your head down to the root that goes through the center of your body. And this is one way that intuitive information travels to you from the heavens all the way through your energetic system. And so having all of your chakras in alignment, having them open and having that channel clear is another way that you can discern truth from your guides. And there are many, many, many different meditations and practices out there on the internet, on YouTube, that you can access that will help you with this clearing. And while you could just do it to yourself, if you do not feel confident in doing it yourself, that is okay. And use other people who have put that information out there to assist you. But to do it yourself, truly, the only thing that you need to do is to set an intention. I am connecting in with the highest vibration of divine love and truth. And I ask for the light to pour into me and through the top of my head and to heal, harmonize, open, and clear my channel. And you can set that intention. And if you can visualize it, that is wonderful, but you do not need to. It is just a bonus if you are able to do that for yourself. And the same is true for your aura. You are all interacting with many different vibrations, other people's, your environment, yourself. You are swimming in the soup of other people constantly when you live in this human world. And while that is not a problem, it is also something to be mindful of what are you carrying around with you that is not yours or of the highest vibration. And so again, doing something to help clear your aura can be super beneficial for you in order to become more attuned with our messages, our guidance, our love, and our frequency. And so the same thing could happen as we suggested for your chakra column, calling light to you, setting the intention that you are bathing your aura in divine love and light, and you are clearing it and resetting it to the highest vibration of love and truth. Everything is about your intention and the actions that follow. And so, if you wish to become more aware of your guide's presence, set that intention with yourself. I am more aware of my guide's presence. I am open to their wisdom. I match their frequency so that I can hear them clearly. Whatever words you use does not matter. It is the intention behind it. And so we wish for you to work on being able to set these intentions more frequently throughout your life, because that is setting energy in motion. And then when your behaviors follow it, such as setting the intention of being open to your guide's presence and wisdom, and then following it up with the many different suggestions we have made during this channeling, you are sending a clear message to the universe of this is the direction I want to go in. And then you will see more opportunities, more frequencies, more resonance with that which you wish to attain. And now we know that we have given you a whole lot of information, and we are doing this to help plant seeds, knowing that this may be a message you need to come back to multiple times. We also it may have been beneficial for us to say in the beginning that this is a message you may want to take notes on, because we have a lot to say on the matter. And although we have much more to say than what we are saying right now, we are going to end it because we do not want to overwhelm you, because this is such a vast topic and there are many different things that you can do. We just hope that we have given you a baseline and a direction to go in. But if there are other questions that you have on the topic, please ask those questions. And also just setting the intention that you are open to the guidance to coming through yourself or from the universe, because the universe will point you in the right direction of teachers and books and videos that will help you elevate yourself even more on this topic and get you more into alignment. Because if you are seeking it, it is also seeking you. The universe wishes to speak to you. Spirit always wants to be a presence in your life to guide you for your highest good. And so we will end this transmission now with the parting words of we love you, we're proud of you, and we are excited for you. And we are very eager to join you on this journey indeed. With that, the transmission is ended.